I just got up. It's Saturday, so I can sleep until noon. Alright, stop recording. Make another marker on the stream. Alright. Sorry, guys. And start recording. Confirm. There we go. Hopefully this won't be as rocky. Pun kind of intended. It's one of those places I could use Q probably as well. Just pull out the, especially if I already have the coal in my inventory, I could just pull out the furnace, use Q for the miner, and then use my hotbar for the coal. That would probably be 2 seconds faster. Not super critical, obviously, but it might be worth considering. At least these big rocks give me a chance to stay hydrated. Because, man, I play through these runs and I come out at the end and I'm always like super thirsty because I haven't taken a drink in 3 hours. Yeah, let's not forget this time. I believe I normally do like 8 trees. Perfect. Oh, let's actually make those. Alright. Getting this fueled is more important than placing the second one. There's maybe 2 more. Let's not forget to rotate him this time. Perfect 8. Oh, I already have one? That's weird. Okay. There's 2. Right. Let's not forget that the first 4 go into iron, or, well, first 2 here go into copper. And then 4 more go into iron. And did I make a chest? I don't think I made a chest. I changed my pattern a little bit. I started the stone one a little bit late so I can get a little bit more iron in the early game. Stone's not nearly as crucial. Did I not make a 4th one? Alright, and then I want 4 more. And for some reason I regressed to back when I've done like 6 or 7 runs with the new order, and I went to the stone ones first, and then I forgot to do the iron ones. All right, should I have 4? There we are. And need a little more coal than that. I can do 10 of these. All right, 94 is good enough. I normally like to have 100, but 94 will do. And I didn't split those well. There we go. Alright, can I make 4 more? Let's do that, and make sure all these things get turned into furnaces. Alright, I can make 1 water pump. 115 pipes. Alright, and then I want, see, 2 of these, 1 of these, just a few power poles. Don't want to overdo it this time. Let's do 15. 1 miner. And 1 lab. And some more power poles. I think that should be about right. Can I do some miners after that? I can do 2 more. That's pretty good. Should be right after that bush. So I need to run on the other side. I guess I'm fine. Oops. I need to cut down a couple trees anyways to make sure I have enough wood for power poles later. Alright. This is coming together well. Usually there's something missing. Oh, I don't have the miner yet. I forget that made double. It makes 2 power poles per, doesn't it? Alright. So I could have made less power poles. I'll try and remember that next time. But considering my split is usually 8:30, getting here by 8 minutes is pretty amazing. That's an incredible split. Alright. Let's make 3 more of these. And then chest. I need to go get some stone. It's about to storm down here. The sky is rumbling. So I got 8. I need 24. So what is that? 16 more? Let's get this coal in here. Alright, and then we need about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then almost exactly that number of... That's incredible. I want a couple more just so I can make assemblers when it's done. And then there, here. Oh, wow. Alright, did I come far enough over? Alright, I hope so. You know what? I don't want to risk it, because last time I made a mess. And I can spend a couple more seconds just coming over a few more. And there we go. And can I make 2 of these? I can make 1 of them. Alright. I'm usually waiting on inserters anyways. Literally always waiting on inserters. So, power. Let's make sure everything's fueled up. There are a lot of things that don't have fuel right now. Pull this up. And little second assembler. Alright, some inserters. I just shot a belt. Get some coal in there. Steal 1 coal for myself. And put these on my belts. Alright, there we go. Alright, well, it'll get coal eventually. Let's place those assemblers. Alright. Is that? I made 10 more. Alright. And then I need just a few more belts. And then 10 assemblers. Do I need more stone? I probably could make a run for more stone. I'm waiting on things anyways. So 5 more. There's the, and then I need 2 more lamps and just a couple of inserters. There's a lab, and we'll do 10 inserters. It should be good. Alright, the miners are done. Now it's safe. I don't like that one very much. Only 25k. I don't want the first miner set of miners I placed to run out. Alright, I need 8 of these. 4 of those. Alright. Another one, I have 4 of these. And 4 pipes. Alright. Not a lot of pipes to go, iron to go around, but Better than sometimes. I'm missing a lab? I swore I... Alright. I'm not going to fret about it. I'll come back and place the lab in a minute. Can I build a lab? I can't build a lab because I have no iron. That makes sense. Alright, so... And then research here is logistics, electronics, go away Windows updates. And let me build the lab first, and then I'll put the rest of the iron in here. Alright, I need some chests and a few assemblers. I need a bunch of belts. And I need a ton of inserters. And I'm going to need 15 miners eventually. We'll start with 5. Oh, there's the rain. Grab some wood. Oh wow, it is pouring rain right now. I doubt that comes through in the mic at all, but man, it is. I was born and raised in Michigan, where it just kind of rains, you know, like it just rains normal, and it, you know. And I moved to Austin, which is one of the, you know, more temperate. It's not a dry part of Texas or anything like that, but it has these weird rain cycles where it's dry for a while, sometimes 3-4 weeks in a row, and then it'll just pour rain like the sky is falling. And it gets about the same amount of average rain. It just all falls at once, like pretty consistently. That's just the way the rain patterns are down here. It's very weird, from based on where I'm from. Alright, I'm supposed to be crafting something. 25 furnaces, about 30 inserters. This looks like I'm still crafting things from my last one, but it's not gonna be. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably just kind of like missed a lot in Seattle, doesn't it? And August, I thought, you know, like when I came down here, I thought August would be like the super hot month and whatever, because in Michigan, August is like the hottest month of the year. August is the rain month down here. It just pours rain. That's when all the hurricanes happen and stuff like that, and like it's just this crazy rain month all August. Like every year we move down in August and we're like, oh my god, it's gonna be so hot. And it rained for like the first week that we got here. Just solid rain. For like a week solid. Just pouring rain. Alright, distracted myself a little bit. I need a couple splitters. Oh, I didn't build all the miners yet. Let's do that. We need 10 of those. Let's cancel these inserters first. And then I do need the miners, and then I need a few splitters. And then I need all these inserters. It's still pretty warm. I mean, it's Texas, you know. But it's like July is like the really 100-degree almost every day kind of month. August it's still 100 degrees, but it rains too, so it doesn't feel as hot. We're fortunately far inland enough that we don't really have to worry about hurricanes. This one's safe. We had that big hurricane a couple of years ago that hit Houston and Corpus Christi, and it was just a tropical storm over here. So it just rained. I didn't go outside because it just rained solid, like there was a bunch of flooding and whatnot, but nothing too bad. All right, there it is. There you go. That's alright, I just planted a bunch of seeds. At least you made it out okay. Alright, I'll wait for these to finish. There they are. Ah. I should have placed that power pole. Alright, and I need 25 miner or 15 miners. And then I need some undergrounds. And then I need just a ton of inserters. Always inserters at this point in the game. Just make sure these are all fueled up. There we are. Alright. Alright, and then copper line, 8 assemblers. And it's 15. I'm going to go grab some stone and make sure that it's fueled up. It's not. I put coal in the chest instead of taking the stone out. I'm getting better at memorizing all this. The early game still has a lot of crafting that's hard to memorize perfectly. I'm starting to get there. But then it's a double-edged sword. Because if you forget something, it can cost you more time than if you had remembered. Or if you looked at the sheet in the first place. 5, and then do I have enough? And don't have enough. I need like 48 inserters or something like that. So we'll make those inserters. I'm really close. I should have the inserters by the time I get over or get everything laid down. Did I grab coal? All right, I have some coal. It's not enough coal, but it'll do. It'll get this started. And I'm out of power poles. Let's cancel these again. Make some power poles. And then these. And do I have enough belts? Just barely. I'm going to have to grab more belts, but I got enough to get here. Alright, there we are. Alright, and then I can do 15 of these guys, and what do I need? Coal or copper? Alright. I'll probably make a run and go grab some copper. And some coal while I'm at it. Alright, let me make sure I've got chest and splitters and everything like that before I do all that, because I never do. Oh, I got all that coal. First of all, I can prime all these. Looks like most of the coal needs to go there, and I'll grab 2 stacks and place it here. That should be good. Run on the belts. And then this guy comes there. That's probably too far. So it's 4, and then... Nope, it's not too far. Alright, these guys on 6. If only I had some belts right there. And long arm inserters right there. Of course, I'm out. I always seem to run out there. It's so hard to get them all built in time. There we go. I want to get this one crafting real quick. This one is these guys. And... Alright. I have no inserters of any kind. I swear I crafted boxes. And now I have to cancel, just like I was hoping I wouldn't have to. Alright, this is going to be splitters, or inserters. Limit that to 2, limit this to a row, limit this to like 4. Let's grab those. Alright, I need, here. I've got inserters now. I can use those as crafting materials to get this done. There we are. It is pouring rain. Alright, grab some green circuits and gears and stuff. Alright. Red, green science. 5 boiler, 10 steam. And then some pipes. Not forget pipes this time. says I need 65 miners, but I think I changed that. Span copper, buffer copper, smoke force. Oh, yeah, buffer copper. Let's not forget that this time. Alright, we'll fix that later. And then this is output priority left, but it's not going to matter just yet. And then this one. Output priority right. How many of these we got? 25. That's pretty good. Okay. And then I built the steam engines and smelt 4 steel. Let's grab some iron here. Do I have any furnaces? I don't have any furnaces. And I need to go grab some stone so that I have more furnaces later. And I should have coal, but I don't. Oh, I was reading ahead. Alright, I'll fix that in a second anyways. Alright, well I'm supposed to do that, set up the coal, but I'm down here and I built the stuff I needed to expand the power, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to grab some trees while I'm here. I'm a little out of order, but it shouldn't... I was actually talking about how I might want to rearrange this power expansion so I don't have to make another trip. And this might be how I do it. We'll see how it works. Yeah, because that's not normally something I do there. I normally just do this. It does require that I have 5 more miners at this time, which is a little... Usually I don't have 20 of, or 15 miners and I have to wait for them. Oh, and I need 40 red inserters. And I need 12 assemblers. There's going to be a flood warning sometime soon. I can just feel it. Fortunately, we're not in a flood area. Let's make a few more of those, and then... Alright, I'm going to make the ones that I can make without using green circuits, or crafting green circuits. Alright, there's coal. That all worked pretty well. And then... Let's, I'm going to do a few extras since I didn't have everything. Alright. I don't need stone bricks. That was an accident. Let's grab some belts too, because these things use belts. So what did I make? I made 10. 1, 2. There we go. And then undergrounds here. I have 28 undergrounds. It's a little bit overkill. Alright. Well, I'm running a little behind schedule, I can tell, but I did already set up that power expansion. Because I don't think I can set up this in 3 minutes, but it'll be fine. Doesn't feel right. Oh, there's supposed to be one more. That's why. Alright. Get power out going on these guys. I have no fast inserters. Alright, I'm good on inserters. I should be making like 100 miners, or furnaces. Oops. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Alright. It should be enough red inserters. I should craft more though. Probably need to craft more blue inserters as well. Am I still gonna have... Oh, I need power poles. Let's do the red inserters, blue inserters thing. Alright, well I'm definitely gonna set up my tech before I do my split. So it's gonna be close, because it's, what is it? Something's missing. Automation 2, power poles, furnace... this thing, fluid handling, oil processing, loop, and that's my split. And I set up the power already. And I've already, yeah, that's incredible. 100 furnaces, 300 belts, 100 blue, 10 undergrounds. I've got tons of undergrounds. 10 splitters. Yeah, research queue is legal in any %, definitely. And it's fantastic, and I love it. 10 chests. The only reason you can't in default settings is because it's not one of the default settings. But any map choice options are legal in any percent. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and this one always has coal in it. I didn't mean to rotate that. I guess I would actually already be over here to expand the power. Am I supposed to expand my power again? Or did I miss something? No? It's later. Okay. Yep. It's later. That's the one I was supposed to be reorganizing. So I just accidentally did it out of order. That's no big. It's you want your mining minerals to be very close together. You want them to be large enough that you don't have to go looking for another field. Preferably, the coal will be close to water so that you don't have to run 100 pipes like I have to. So mine doesn't meet that criteria. Preferably your stone is a little bit closer than mine is, but it's not a big deal. But this one's a pretty good map. I like it. I like that the coal, that in the beginning of the game, my iron, copper, and coal are all right next to each other. And you want a decent number of coal rocks for the early game as well. So this one has 5. Which is kind of the bare minimum. The bare minimum is like 4. If you don't have 4, you're probably not. It's going to cost you a couple minutes in the early game, which isn't the biggest deal in the world. The big ones are that you don't have to go looking for another patch for any of your minerals. So my copper is just barely big enough. I have to squeeze miners in to make it work. Alright, these should be all done. But it does fit. It's harder to get. Oh, I don't even have steel power poles yet. Let's see. 4? Coal, you need 2. I want to say 5 on iron and 4 on copper. Yeah, that's right. 5 on iron, because you got the 2 steel lines. And then you need 2 of coal, and you just need a medium-sized patch of stone. Stone isn't that important. You just do 1 lane of that. Let's get a fast inserter here. So, in general, the copper, iron, and coal patches, you want the size of them to be all the way up. Always turn the richness of everything way up. Oh, and you want oil that's nearby as well. You don't want to have to go trekking too far for oil. Input priority left. Output priority right. Why did this stop, though? Oh, shit. Oh, that's a big oopsies. I started smelting iron accidentally. Or steel. I didn't actually start smelting it, though. There we are. Alright, that's a small time cost. Let's do these the right way. So generally you can just turn your oil frequency way up, and then you'll have like 7 patches that are nearby, and it won't even be a big deal. And you can build over patches that you don't need. I partially build over an iron patch that I don't use. And I do have a second copper patch that is nearby that I have used on one occasion because my copper was really faltering. So I was like, I'll go grab some copper from there, and that actually worked pretty well. It's nice to have a secondary patch nearby in an emergency. So the frequency of those can be way up. If you the map seed, the map exchange string I use is down in the description here of the Twitch stream, and you don't necessarily have to use that exact map, but if you look at all the settings that I use to come up with it, that can be helpful as well. Two, three, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I didn't make power poles yet. Oops, not those kind. Whatever. Definitely not those kind. But the early game stuff, like having everything close, having the coal rocks, and everything like that, is less important than the late game stuff of making sure that you have enough resources and you're not running all over the map for them. And I still beat my steel run by 2 minutes. That's incredible. Alright, so can I make some of these? Alright, that's good. And then let's speed up this guy. I never limited these. It's a good time to limit them now, because I don't think it's going to matter until I speed it up. And yeah, because it doesn't matter till later when I start getting pouring iron in here. Alright, and then get these guys going. Pipes. Alright. Buffer iron, set out, speed up gears, finish copper. I should have plenty of miners on me. I had 45. I am going to grab another 25 just to make sure. Let's grab everything else just to make sure we're not running out of anything. I'm going to drop all this coal. So I'm good on that. Right, and then I'm pretty sure I need some more of these. Do I have enough furnaces? I got enough furnaces. So we're good on all those fronts. Can I make pump jacks yet? Nope. I'm still in fluid handling? Wow. And I started all my science right away, and my science should be working well. Yep, everything looks good. Are these ones operating? Yep. Alright. So it's actually just that I'm ahead of schedule, that I don't have those Nope, no splitters. And I'll make a few more undergrounds too, just to make sure everything's good. And some blue inserters and a few red inserters. Just make sure I'm not running out of these things. And this guy. Right. And I have 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one doesn't have. This one does have coal in it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You don't have coal in you? Okay. I kind of have to like cram everything in here because it is barely big enough. But this is largely just so that the next 3 that I set up later are easier to set up because I can just do solid lines. So I cram this one in here to make the other ones fit better. So this one like kind of barely fits. But it allows me to make clean straight lines with robots later. I can have robots deploy the last 3 lines. And that works well. Even if this one is a little bit funky, and I've gotten pretty good at laying it. It gets laid exactly like that every time. So it works out pretty well. Let's do here. I'm out of power poles. Am I out of trees? Alright. Let's not waste power poles then. I'm getting better about making sure I get trees every time I go down to my power area so that I don't run out of power poles earlier. And it looks like I might run out of power poles early on this run. Not super early. Looks like it might be alright. Did I reverse that? Reverse. There we are. Alright. This one's a little bit awkward, but this should work. There we are. There. Hey, I'm not hitting that rock this time. That's wrong. I don't think it matters that much, but... Did I... I didn't leave a gap? Okay. Felt like I left a gap in one of those. All right, how many assemblers did I make? 43. That's actually pretty good. Let's make a few more. All right, this power pole's in the way. There we are. This one inserts onto the line. This one does there. This one is furnaces. This one is power poles. This one needs 2 long arms and a short arm. There we are. And then over one. And limit these chests. We'll do 2 here. And I didn't even put a chest there because I don't have any chests. And this one stack is fine there. All right. 10 boiler, 20 steam. And let's grab some pipes. Oh my god. That's not good. All right, we'll see what happens there. 20 steam, 10 boilers, and some. I should still have some pipes. All right, and then I'm gonna try exactly 13 pump jacks, and I should have green circuits and whatnot. So I'm not. Let's not craft green circuits. And 4 of these, and I need more iron. I believe it's 16 of these. Alright, and then let's place blue assemblers. Speed all this jazz up. Oh, I'm not doing a research. Let's see. Sulfur processing, batteries, plastic. This guy, electric engine. Oh, I didn't actually click on that. And then robots and these guys. There we are. And I need some stone bricks here to make 4. There we are. Make sure I've got some pipes still. I do. And make some piped undergrounds. Without eating through all my pipes. Oops. Not what I meant to do. Did I? Yeah, I did. Alright, that should be about right. I don't want to be running against this belt. This is the time I come up that it seems like I could save a trip if I set this one up fast or earlier. Like when I'm setting up my copper. That actually would be a good idea. Because I do the copper, stone, and then I come back. Although then I need to figure out when to craft all the items for the oil processing. So there's a lot of items that need to be crafted ahead of time. And they're slow. And I need to come back and get pipes because I just set up pipes before going to do all that. So it is a little bit complicated. There might be a way to get that working. I might have to look into it at some point. Alright, well did I just run out of power poles? Alright, so we'll switch power poles. It's not going to be a problem. This is actually about exactly when I want to switch power poles anyways. Alright, let's make sure those are connected. And let's get some water going. And everything's going. Alright. My power... Was it suffering for a second there? These miners aren't powered. Alright, so let's clear this and set this one up here. I need that. I need as much coal as, or copper as I can get. I need that buffer to be full when I go to use it. Alright, so let's grab some power poles. Let's grab some pipes. We have a lot of... Alright, well, I forgot a power pole there. That's not going to be the end of the world, though. Alright, so I should have exactly the right number of pump jacks this time. Nope, that won't work. Alright, yeah. Maybe. It's a matter of getting everything memorized so that I don't have too many variables working against me at once. Like a new map and not having everything memorized and everything like that, I think is what the primary factor that's keeping me on this map right now. But I do think the amount of savings from getting a new map is in the order of minutes, like 1 to 2 minutes max. I don't think I'm going to get that much savings from a new map, so it might be that when I'm getting to a point where my skill alone is getting really diminishing returns and I'm not losing much time anymore, cutting down 2 minutes by changing maps might actually help. Might actually be a good thing to do. But right now, I mean, like I said, it's not that much of a time savings to have a better map. I think this is a pretty darn good map. And the time cost of having to learn a new map is greater than that. My personal best is that... Oh, it didn't save it. Is 312. Oh, and the world record is 246. Which is insane. I'd like to hope that I can eventually get that, but I'm not sure I ever will. But who knows? Maybe once I get it really down. But at the same time, I don't think I'm getting faster than that without some sort of tech thing that saves me a bunch of time somewhere. And then as soon as I do that, Nephrim can do the same thing, and I'm pretty sure he's just faster than me. But if I beat it for a second, man, that would be amazing, even if it just got beaten back. If I find out, if I find some cool tech thing that figures out, hey, I can save a couple minutes here, that'd be cool. These are 2. These are 1. But right now, I'm happy just fighting for personal bests. And the fact that I'm down to 312 is pretty amazing. I don't know why my splits didn't save. Maybe that's why my splits are so much better than the average this time. There we go. It's actually a little disappointing. I thought I was doing really well. I think I still am doing really well. But honestly, if I get sub 3 hours, I'm pretty happy. Like that would be amazing. Right now, I'm shooting for 310. That's my split. And then, all right, so I need 4 water pumps. I need 35 of these. Let's grab some pipes so we're not making pipes here. I feel like I actually need 40. And then this, we're switching over to this guy. So it needs some of those. And it needs some more inserters. And we will limit this to that many. Somehow I ended up short last time, and I don't know how that happened. But I'm gonna rely on my count. Maybe I just added extra or something like that. Or something like, well. Oh, yeah? Alright, so maybe it did save, it just, I don't know. I don't know why it says 322. I've done better than that twice. Cool, thank you for checking. There is definitely still room for time savings. My primary area for saving this is sulfuric acid. For saving time is on my modules. If I can get my modules working properly so that I'm not sitting around waiting on modules at the end of the game for purple science, then I could save at least 5 minutes. So that seems to be a consistent problem. I've my personal best yesterday was actually I didn't have any blue science problems, which was one of the other areas. Yeah, you need prod modules, and it's you need like 500 of them, and then you need more in other areas as well. Like you need to place prod modules all over the place, and it's hard to have that many. And there always seems to be one, and it's, you know, it's a bottleneck somewhere else usually. It's usually like green circuits or red circuits or something else causing the prod module problem. And it's never just one thing. But I was happy yesterday when I figured out my my blue science problem. I realized Nephrim doesn't get lab research speed 3 and 4, which makes sense because they're expensive and it has diminishing returns. And that actually has a pretty big impact on your blue science. I've also made sure that I produce plenty. I might overproduce at this point now that I'm not doing those lab research speeds. Does that actually work? That actually works. All right. I think I overproduced these chemical plants. I built exactly the right number of these. That's kind of cool. So it's 16, and it is 13 pump jacks. So that's kind of nice. I can not overproduce a couple of things. I was only overproducing by 1 or 2, but you know, since they cost steel, it actually does matter. These are plastics. I think I've largely figured out the green science problem around the modules. The problem I had yesterday actually was, I think, related to an inserter. It was just one of those stupid problems. But I've largely made sure that the green circuits get enough copper by setting up this extra buffer that I've got over here. So that while it's not using all this copper, it's buffering it up, and then later when it's using all the copper it can produce, I feed from the buffer and I've got a bunch of extra copper. And that seems to have had a pretty big impact on the green circuits. I don't have any undergrounds. What am I out of? Iron? Alright, I gotta go grab some iron. And might as well drop off all this coal and other BS. Alright. I can actually drop off all these chemical plants, but I want 3 of them. I'll take 4 of them. I think I overproduced. Alright. Undergrounds. And I have no assemblers. Alright. That's a strange thing to run out of. Thought I made plenty, but whatever. Okay. And I have no fast inserters. Alright. I need probably a few more of those. I hasn't even started counting down my red circuits yet? That's amazing. Alright, so I'm going to try this. I'm going to try a fast inserter here, and then I'm going to switch it over. And that's actually my split. Is this working? Alright, yeah, it's working. That's my split. Is this electric engine research? Okay, yep, that's working. And I just now... That's funny. Yesterday I forgot to... forgot some research for a second. I was waiting on these researches at the time, so my red circuit split was pretty bad, but I was already halfway done with it by robots by the time I got red circuits going. Alright, lube. That's not lube. That is lube, okay. Alright, let's go grab some steel. I always grab pretty much all of the steel. How are we doing here? That's pretty good. Alright, let's do this. Is this done? Alright, let's switch this to pipe to undergrounds and just give it a little bit extra. I think 50 is actually plenty of pipe to undergrounds. And I have no splitters. Oh, my splitters aren't on my belt. Oh, they're there. Okay. That's the problem. Doesn't hurt to make more splitters anyways. Let's bring plastics over as well. It's slightly different than the way I normally arrange it, but it's not going to be a big deal. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's start with 4 for now. It needs 8 stacks. I think I'm close, but I don't think I quite have enough. But I need to put a bunch into the robots as well. So one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which I technically don't have that research yet. Alright, let's not forget to bring plastics over. Two runs ago, I literally said, let's not forget to bring plastics over, and then forgot to bring plastics over. Alright, so this is flying robot frames. And power everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And we got 7, so I need one more. Right. Let's bring it up here. It's weird because I normally use that belt as a guide, and I put that belt in a different position. Alright, and I don't have construction robots yet. I do have 400 green circuits, actually. I usually don't. Can I dump these in here? My green science isn't making it all the way up. Is there something wrong with green science? Yep. Alright. Need some power poles. Looks like I need some belts. Kind of need some inserters, but I don't need 400 or 200 of them. Power poles. Alright. Alright, well I don't have robots yet, but let's grab some red circuits. And I'm probably going to need some more steel. Alright, there's robots. Can I do... There's one one roboport. Let's do... I think I need 20 of those. And then 2 of these is plenty. Then I'm going to need 2 radars. And then I'm going to need some more roboports. Alright, and then this is construction robots. Alright, we got robots going. Alright, cool. And then this is red inserters, yellow inserters, blue inserters, chests. Alright, limit this to 1. Limit this to 2. Alright. And then place these guys down. And I'm out of assemblers. Alright. And I'm out of undergrounds. Make a decent amount of those. I'm going to need quite a few of both of these soon. And I'm out of iron, so that's normal. Oh yeah, that's right. I did that with my my gears. I did exactly that, but I forget I can do that with the I'll try to remember that next time. And it looks like I need 2 power poles there. Alright. Alright, that's that. Let's do limit that to 2. Let's steal some inserters here. I don't feel like crafting anything. I craft all those. Alright. So that's that. Let's drop this radar. There it is. And then bots are working. That looks good. Come up here. Oh, let's unbuffer this copper, because otherwise... I don't know if it's strictly necessary yet, but it doesn't really hurt, because if it doesn't use it, it'll just continue to buffer if it does use it. It's when I start doing the blue science that the buffer really starts to suffer. I don't think I need that power pole. There we go. Save a power pole. Alright, so let's copy this there. Alright, and then we'll upgrade planner. furnaces. Let's drop a RoboPort wherever it reaches. Drop this radar down here somewhere. This is probably the best spot. I'm never going to remember to do this ahead of time. Alright, and let's drop 50 of these and like 20 some out of these. We'll do 30. Probably overkill, but let's make some more just to replace them. Alright. Then we need, probably going to need steel. I'm definitely going to need steel. Let's take all the steel. What am I missing here? Alright, I want to make sure this gets done first. Oops, did I do it the wrong direction? Yes, I did. Alright, so that's done. Alright, stone bricks, okay. That's better than needing steel. And then what did I make? Alright, let's grab all this. But I need some pipes and I need some green circuits, so I'm not doing that. Oops. Spilling little things on the ground. Coal, wood chest, old power poles. Let's grab some green circuits. And there we are. Ooh, that's a mess. And then, what, 60 of these? Alright, and I don't want the ones where I have to make pipes. Let's clean up this mess. Alright. Steal some pipes. 25, 30, 40, 50, 60. Make a few extra that are fast. Get rid of the extra stone here. And then I made 10 of these, right? Okay. And then I want a few steam engines in my inventory. Grab that. And then we'll limit this to that. So it'll still make pipe to undergrounds, but it'll only make 50 of them. And it won't make it until it starts using up all these other things. Do I have 2 RoboPorts? I think I do. Yep, I have 3. And alright, well, I guess I'm faking, because I only let, these guys aren't going to drop it off, so I can't fake it. Let's do this. So I'm going to have to steal some of those chemical back, because I don't have any on my inventory. Or make 2 more. Would be just as good, I guess. Can I make 2? Yeah, I'll just do that. I feel like I might need to split in between red circuits and blue science. Might help me gauge. 40 minutes is a long time between splits. And there's a lot that goes on in here. I might want to do it on this oil when this oil is all working. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to run the belt this time instead of forgetting like I always do. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I always forget to do this, and I always have to run back all the way over to do that. And then right, let's get this guy power. Let's place this, place all these guys, place those. I don't want the chemical plants. That should be everything. We'll place the steam engines. And then that should be everything. I already dropped all those pipes, which puts them in my way, which is a little bit annoying. It doesn't usually do that by then. All right, that connects them, so now they'll be able to grab that stuff out of that chest. All right, let's connect the water. Last time I didn't connect. I don't know how I didn't connect the power. But I'd like some redundancy here. Something weird, really weird went on last time. Input priority left. There we go. That's a little bit annoying, but okay. There we go. Okay, these. I never started rocket. Alright, what do we need? We need modules and red modules. That's going to be delayed too. When did my science end? Alright, everything else is less critical. Let's make sure we get blue science in there fairly soon. And then this guy. That is a bit annoying. And it won't copy from a ghost. Alright, I need to make sure that these get set on rocket fuel. Alright, how's this looking? It's looking like it's missing steam engines, or it's just, they're just busy. They're probably just busy. How is it doing on steam engines? Yep, it's missing steam engines, I'm pretty sure. Alright, we'll craft 15 steam engines just to make sure. I don't know why it runs short and it didn't in the past. Like, it should be a perfect count. I think it only needs 96 and I make 110 and somehow it still runs short. I don't know how that happens. Alright, and this is where I want to switch this over to a regular inserter so it's not stealing all my... But if I don't use the blue I grabbed too many of these. Yeah. If I don't use the blue inserter before, then they'll just be sitting on the belt and it won't be producing and it's just kind of a wasted resource. So I'm going to try that and see how it works. See if I end up with enough red circuits and enough modules. Of course, I don't have module technology yet. So at least got that set up. So maybe I have to come back. So let's do that. Just to make sure. Alright, copy some lines here. Alright. That's something I can do while I'm waiting. I hate it when I forget to continue my tech. The old power poles got to go. And upgrade planner the furnaces. Getting pretty good at doing this remotely. Alright, and then we need power here, power there, power there, power there, power there. That should do it. Copy this. Why is my rocket fuel stalled? What's going on here? All right. Yeah, I'm just going to upgrade it, planner all the power poles and call it good. I don't normally do this. I did it the wrong way. But I can't wait on this tech. I don't know why it's taking so long. Is rocket fuel a really expensive one? 300? Yeah, it's pretty expensive. That's annoying. I guess I might as well start Blue Science, though. Although I don't have modules running, and that is annoying to me. You know, honestly, I don't either. I have some idea how combinators work. I'm not exactly sure how the formula I use for the combinators in my late game is copied from Nephrem's. And I know what it does. I don't know why it does what it does. I don't know if he made that pattern or if somebody else made it. All right. And then these are. This is when my copper really starts to die. Alright, there's flammables. These modules are coming. I'm going to wait to go down to fix everything until red modules is done. Rocket fuel isn't going to be that critical, whereas the modules are super duper 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 critical, and I'm very upset that they're not running yet. I'm going to need some more red inserters since they're right here. Let's grab some blue ones too. Let's grab some power poles. I should have everything else. All right. This one is pipes. This one is gears. All right, now the tech is coming through faster. I'm glad I set up more. Oh, there's the flood warning. I knew it was coming. Oh my god, would you shut up? Okay, shut up. And I don't have blue science yet? Oh my god. Did I... Alright, that's next. Let's get these modules going. Alright, let's make sure we're not forgetting anything else by doing... Alright, so circuit network's done. Logistics 2, concrete, railroad, research speed. Oh, this is output priority left red circuits. How many blue circuits do I, or green circuits do I heard you the first time, phone. The shit. Flood warning until 5 p.m. Yeah, I got it. What the hell? Why does it need to do that twice? Alright, did blue science finish now? Looks like it. Honestly, I'm not at all surprised. They've been saying it's going to rain for like weeks now, and it hasn't been more than a sprinkle here and there. It's just been like this light rain, and I'm like, when's it going to rain? Like, I'm not at all surprised that it's just pouring down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I should have... I guess I don't have any modules, but I could have grabbed at least 4 modules. I got 22 already. That's pretty good. Alright, well, let's just feed those. And you know what? I'm going to... There's going to be gaps in this belt from that underground, or the splitter there. There it is. Alright, let's get some plastic run into this. Alright, I'm still technically ahead on time. Which means I could have been further ahead on time. I need to make sure I am continuing my tech whenever possible. Like, I need... Sometimes I just don't hear that noise. And I don't realize my tech is finished. I need to get more sensitive to that noise. Alright. I get it! Fuck! That's the most annoying noise. And for some reason, it feels like alerting me 3 times. I have no regular inserters. What's going on here? Oh, let's unbuffer this. I should have unbuffered this sooner. Alright, so let's give it some inserters so that it gets going. The bots can place all this a lot faster than I can. And this is working, but I do want to put these modules in here. So I'm going to put the modules in before I get this split, I think. Alright, that should be enough. It's actually pretty good on modules considering how late it started. Alright, there's blue science on the belts, so we're good. I think I have to delay that. Yeah, I have plenty of labs. I'm just going to delay it. I might not ever do it. And where's my furnace? Where's the furnace? There it is. Purple science. There we go. I could possibly just delay concrete as well. Alright, so productivity modules. I need more productivity modules. This is not right at all. That's why I'm having problems here. Alright. It's this. There we go. Oh my god. Alright, well I want to save those. There's a reason we save those. Right. productivity modules did I grab? All right, that should be enough. No, it's not going to be enough. Can't be just dropping them on the ground. Alright, that's most of them. I think I can actually put prod modules up there, but I'm not sure. I don't want to risk it. Alright. Come down here. Copy. Upgrade planner. The power poles. Copy that. And then copy this with all the right power poles. Okay, let's try to make sure this one doesn't have coal on the line anywhere. And so we're going to have to resituate the, this one can come over all the way over. And then this one always needs a little bit of help. You can cancel these ones. That's the wrong direction. Man, my wife has to work tonight. I hope she can drive to work. Normally, the area through her work is kind of like the highlands. Like, it's not too bad. What do we need? Red circuits? Of course I need red circuits. And then I need steel for more, because I am going to need more. I'll just steal it from here. And I feel like these mines are more important than advanced oil processing, which can wait a minute. So I want to get these mines running. Is there room to bring all this up? Looks like it. Alright, so this needs to be resituated a little bit. Do it from this bounce. No, that won't work. There we are, and then there, that should work. Oops. Okay, what's going on with those iron? I should start seeing iron in this sometime soon. Are they building those? All right, they're building them. All right. Let's do some advanced oil processing. All right, I like to see those buffering up. Copper's actually kind of the most important, and that steel. That steel needs to get going as well. All right, I got some modules here. Let's get these guys going. All right. I have no pipes. Easy enough to fix. Oh, what's going on here? Did I? Alright, looks like it did have enough steam engines, and it's probably not crafting piped undergrounds anymore because there's steam engines stuck in there. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. So we'll let it do that, and I'll drop off these steam engines so it did have enough. I didn't need to craft those. Are these looking better? Oh, that's looking decent. Let's put that on a... Oops, I didn't mean to craft one. Put that there. Alright, advanced oil processing, set up rails. So hopefully steel gets going soon. Something missing there. Looks right. As long as it's on the right side of the belt, then it'll start coming anytime soon. Alright. I like it when I do that, because then I got more room to make sure that this wonky belt. Alright, got some rails going. Set up some blue circuits. Do I have enough belts? Kinda. I'm gonna need one red, and let's grab some gears. So I always need gears for this. Let's do about 75, 80. That'll be good. And then I'll grab some belts just because I did use a bunch of them. Power poles look good. Assemblers look low. And I'm going to do this. Because I have this constant problem where copper won't reach my power poles anymore. And I need it to. Let's get yellow science going as well. I think that's everything. On my blue science. Furnace LDS, yep. Oh, the modules. Let's get those going. And then if I have time, I might cancel these, but I'll do the lab research speed then. I'm still making really good time. But it is a matter of those modules. I think they're doing all right now. I don't think the delay will cripple me or anything like that. It might slow me down a minute or two, but it shouldn't be a world ending. Normally I lay all my machines out first. It's a little bit faster, I think. I'll let bots get rid of that rock for me. Alright, there's where I need this. Alright, well, that's actually necessary. This one does need to continue. This one doesn't continue. I have no undergrounds. Do I have any splitters? I do have a few splitters. So. Alright. Thanks, robots. There we are, and then output, 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 output. Right. No piped undergrounds. Which means no pipes. Shoot. I guess I can run this up from the bottom anyways. That'll work. Oh, stop this. That's way out of control. Let's cancel these and craft them from that. All right, none that require pipes. All right, there we go. And so it's usually somewhere around here, and then it comes to here. That might actually even be easier. So I gotta figure out where it's coming up. I've already got a blue circuit there, or a blue speed module there. sure these all continue. Copy this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Upper priority left is speed modules. Where there are speed modules. I think. Do I have a? I have 2 roboports. I'm gonna need, I think, 1 more the rest of the game. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's fine. And a few more here to help balance everything. Technically overkill. That way I don't have to worry about the counts or anything like that. Maybe I should figure out the exact counts, and it only cost me a few undergrounds or a few splitters, but all right. It's working. That's a good sign. Everything going right with my blue science? It looks right. Copper cables are a little lagging behind. Oh, all right. I actually have to fix that. This one can't pull from that chest. There we go. That should help. Too lazy to crack rocks. Oh, come on. Ah. All right. Let's get these going. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It looks like it's low on power poles. So I need to sort that out. I thought I gave it copper so that it could make power poles, but I might have put it in the wrong place or something like that. See what's going on. Is that 200? That's pretty decent. Alright, it looks good. Why is it? Do I have extra power poles? It's got 100 power poles. I don't know why it would possibly be not placing power poles. Oh, let's not forget this red belt. This is critically important. I guess the bots are just, there's a lot for them to do. Alright. We'll give it a minute. They should catch up. Alright. Let's draw my inventory. Oh, I should, shoot. I always do this. And I didn't drop any power poles. Close. I'm gonna have to steal some from this guy. There. That's the exact amount. Plastic looks really good. That first chest had enough for me to run this. That's crazy. Oh, the rain's back again. Right, that should be enough for basically forever. Right. Technically not necessary to limit it when you have the exact amount, but whatever. Alright, everything looks looking better now. And is it actually making any? Yep. Alright, so that's a split. It's a really good split. Is anything wrong? I should have just done this way. So this has got 9. This one's got 2. Alright, they're a little bit slow on these. Iron looks good though. That's not the problem. Green circuits look good. There's 33 more of those. Okay. Everything looks alright. Iron's making it all the way down. That's fantastic. Let me... let's cut off this part of the belt so it's not doing that. That looks pretty good. I'm going to grab that. I'm going to grab some of these. I'm going to stop it from making more because it's done. And then, do I have any coal over here? Let's just grab all that coal. I should have done this time what I did last time, where I ran this belt preemptively. It's one of those small time savings, but, you know, enough of them add up if you start remembering everything. I can run on the belt. Alright, that's way too far down. Alright, let's go over here. Alright. This starts eating through my steel line pretty fast. So I like doing this just to, because otherwise steel might not reach it. And this doesn't make that much steel, but it makes enough that it makes sure that steel reaches these things. Alright, and these are furnaces. And this belt comes here. And we got some modules here. Right. Copy this, including the furnaces. 1, 2, 3. I need to complete that rail line. All right. And I'm going to need a roboport. Yeah, I need one more roboport for the rest of the game. Can I make that? Yes, I can. And we'll fuel these buddies up. I need some more fuel, but all right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.5. 2, 3.5. 2. We'll just call that 1. I'm going to need some more red circuits. All right. So this is 2.5. And this one's only 2. So we'll need to get some red circuits in those ones. Output priority left. Purple science. I'll use a fast inserter. I don't know if it's necessary, but okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's half of them. Wish I had more of them. All right. Blue science isn't reaching all the way down. Holy crap. Is there an issue with blue science? Copper cables still aren't reaching. All right. Yeah? Sure. Oh, I'm kind of online. The windows were open. Oh my god. What was I doing? What was I doing? That screwed me. Oh, I was fixing this, Alright. I'm going to need some more. One, two, three. What happened? Why did all my things stop at once? What's going on here? Oh, because it's the... Alright, I'll do this. That's why. Okay. That scared the crap out of me. It doesn't help that there's a wild thunderstorm going on in the background. And then all the lights went out in my game. Alright, and let's do effect transmission first. Let me check on these bots here. Should have, that's exactly all of them. Fantastic. How's this doing? I never limited this, but that's not done yet. Are we out of iron here or steel? Alright, let's make sure that gets done. I guess there's probably, yeah, there's some in all of those. So maybe if I just, actually, whatever, I'll leave it alone. Leave it alone, leave it alone. Do I not have purple science going yet? I don't have, what's missing here? Inserters facing the right direction. That helps usually. Alright. I'll bring some iron back here in a minute. And these are pointless, as this is power pole. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know why I didn't copy the belts too. Alright, how do these look? Oh, that looks good. That looks really good. How do these look? Oh, that looks pretty good too. Alright, that's fewer things I have to worry about. I like not worrying about things. Alright. Let's get all these placed. So now it's just modules I need to worry about. And I definitely need to worry about modules. Let's go grab some belts, grab some iron. Effect transmission is running. I should be able to get yellow science in time to get this going, and then this going, and then rockets. Alright, I'd like to make sure that's running before I hit my split. Alright, what am I missing? I'm missing like every kind of a inserter. I need power poles. Do I need a set machines? Nope. Good there. Right. I need to start crafting these guys, which I need green circuits for. And copper. Alright, blue circuits, blue science looks a little bit better now. All of a sudden. Oh, I was grabbing iron too, right? So let's, I need that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, something around there. Iron, can I steal from up here? Nope. Okay, we'll steal from down here. My steel line actually looks pretty good. So maybe it's not necessary. I need the rest of those red circuits. Let's put some of these back. Need some of these. Alright, so that should actually complete that. That's good. So what do we need? We need 1.5 there. And 1 there. And my rails aren't reaching all the way down. It's a steady line. Oh, no, they are. Okay. And then, oh. There we go. Alright, we'll call that the split. It's an excellent split. So these are logic machines, whereas the other ones are arithmetic machines. So that's how they work. They let you apply logic to something. I don't know exactly how they work in conjunction with what all this is doing, because it's not connected to this assembler itself. So I don't know how it knows what's going on here, but I don't know. They let you do logic. That part I understand. And I have used them before with my own designs. I just don't know how it works in this specific circumstance. And then this one is that guy. And then this one is just read hand contents and none. That should be right. Let's do a belt here. Alright, so that one. Yep. Alright, so that's right. Copy it and rotate it like that. That comes down the middle. This comes down there. I'd like to make sure that these are right. This one should be, yep, and this one should be, alright, that's right. get some power to all this. It's overkill, but let's make sure we're actually connecting it there too as well. And then we need 4 more of these, or 3 more of these. I need to make sure my purple science has modules in it. So I'll probably... I can actually take a look from here. Because if I'm waiting on purple science, I'm not waiting on purple science. I'm waiting on yellow science, which is fine. Those are just crafting, so that's... Alright, so I can continue what I'm doing. I just want to make sure that I'm not waiting on purple science. When I get into rockets, I will definitely don't have enough modules going to that, so I'm going to have to figure that out. Probably by stealing some speed modules. That's probably what I need to do. There we are, and then so there. And then this is going to come... Of course, I put it right there. All right. Can I steal some speed modules? I should be able to safely steal 50 of them. There we go. Let me make sure all these are placed. Do I have enough of these? Yes, I do. All right, awesome. Already feeding some in. Don't know why I missed those, so well. Alright, I want to make sure this belt is going. The one that outputs the rocket control units is less important, but getting these to all the machines as quickly as possible is important. There we are. Okay. And we've already got some coming down the line, which is very cool. Alright, so that's good. He's got 12 each in them, so they're half done. Purple science actually is pretty backed up. That's a good thing. Alright. That's another 100 modules there. That'll help keep that going. So that's what? 350? I am going to swipe these modules and I don't need too many of them. Although I do need to set up some beacons. And then I've got some speed modules here. I don't know how much they'll help, but I'm going to steal these for beacons. I can make 8 beacons already. But I'm crafting green circuits now. So let's... I don't want to steal the red circuits. I only want to steal the green circuits. And I need steel. So let's see if we can backtrack some of those. 2, 3. And then some steel. We're going to need some more iron here. And I only need a little bit of steel for myself. Alright, that should be good. Alright, well if I don't have fuel then I'm not going to do that. This looks really good. This never happens. It's not going to last. But it's nice to see them all working. That's amazing. Alright. It's another 50. So that's 400. I need 80 modules for these guys. Oops, these are... Alright, this is looking pretty good. Alright, there's 30. I can at least get them started. I do need some blue circuits though. I'm going to need to steal some. And I don't have any red circuits. Alright, that's a decent amount. Right. It's actually... Let's grab some more, just a couple more blue circuits, just to get that third machine running. Oops. No, it's not going to run because it doesn't have enough. Alright, well that's 3 of them running for a couple times. I do have some more beacons. That is way more beacons than I normally have. I think I can actually complete this line. Exactly. Wow. Alright, so I do need to make sure that purple science doesn't run out, otherwise these beacons aren't going to matter. So let's spread some love here. There's 14 of them. It's not a lot. My rails aren't reaching all the way to the end again. So I'm going to move some of these. To the machines that aren't getting them. these are getting close. They're all running. Some of these aren't running. Not getting any blue circuits. Because it's not splitting them properly. It should go half and half. And it's... Sometimes it does this, sometimes it doesn't. Alright, well, I need these to... That is annoying. Looks like this actually got a decent amount of blue circuits, and it's not getting the speed modules, so I can send them all down for a second. Because I need the yellow science to keep going too. Alright, that's pretty good. That's 30 more. So that should be... We should only need 50 more in there. And then it should be done. I am worried about these rails though. 12K, so they need 3K to be more produced. Let's see if I can speed module and speed it up a little bit. Steel's not the problem. I think it's just these. Yeah. Make sure this gets plenty, but this should be fine. And make sure we got enough inserters on everything. Is there room to put a third one somewhere? Not really. Alright, it looks better. Alright, let's get some concrete going. Oops, wrong inserter. And a chest, and plastic looks stellar. Why did I do that? I don't need nearly that much stone brick. Alright, how's... I know I had a brief delay on this, but this should be... Am I out? Is that all I get? Alright. That's good. This guy, it's almost there. I still need some modules to make my own modules, but it's almost there on the science. I'm gonna start this one over. Let's do this. It's a lot of LDSs. I don't have any. Oh, that's annoying. Alright. Looks like Blue Science is starting to lag behind a little bit. Let's not eat up all my steel that way. I don't need this many. There we are. Oh. I do want a half a stack. Alright. So what are these short on? Blue circuits? Alright. Two? What's going on here? We're out of copper. Okay. Alright. Let's fix that. Actually, this line looks real healthy. Let's do it this way. Where do I normally come down? It gets pretty... Like, you just kind of got to, like, wait for your research to go and make sure that there aren't any problems. This is actually pretty normal for this point in the speed run. That you just run around and you need to make sure there's no problems. That's the core thing. And a lot of it's just waiting anyways. You got to wait for the rocket silo. You got to get your things running. So this is fairly normal. Maybe if my time were a little bit better, I would be a little more panicked. To some degree, I think he does. Rocket silo takes a while. I never seem to have enough modules, and that's a big part of it. Just modules just never seem to get there. I don't know how he does it. I'm still making really good pace. But yeah, I would like it if I didn't have... There's always some kind of a problem. These are done. They just died. My buffer ran out. My buffer tends to run out somewhere around this time. Maybe I should have preempted it a little bit. That is one thing I can do. But it just died. Like it was running 5 minutes ago. Just fine. He's done. Oh shit, I forgot I did that. Is that enough room for a rocket silo? I don't think it is. I'll have to move this belt. Not the end of the world. Come on. I need these blue circuits. What am I waiting on? Is it blue science? It's blue and purple science. Mostly purple. Do I have any modules? I do. Come on. That stupid splitter. Alright, let's make sure power gets up here again. And so modules on purple science should be done. The rails made it all the way down. Looks like it's primarily these guys. Let's make sure. Let's give this a better split. Alright, I think my modules are mostly done now. Do you have any speed modules that I can spare? Looks like no, not really. I put speed modules in something that probably doesn't need it anymore. Alright, well there's a decent number of these firing. Let's make sure we grab everything. I'm going to be short on blue circuits, it looks like. What did I put speed modules in that didn't need it? Oh, it's these guys? Is that going to be enough? I guess it's 800 if it's all these rows. Alright. And I'm going to run this backwards, which is a little bit annoying. Do I have chests to put it in? Let's steal these chests. One concrete assembler not getting water. Thank you. Alright, science looks pretty good. Could look better. Maybe if I started modules sooner. That might help. How are these guys looking? Not great. And then I need blue circuits myself. Oh, my inventory is all down there. I don't really want to cut off red circuits just yet. I guess since I ran the copper, I don't need to. you coming? Let's split your resources a little better. I should have extra. So we'll overbuild it. Oh, because that one's not getting it either. Alright, I'm going to overbuild a little bit just to make sure I have enough. Because rocket silo is almost done. Jesus. Alright. And I don't have any of the stuff that I need. I can't even build it. Well, that's my split. It's a 19-minute positive split at least. But it's going to take me a minute to get everything I need to build the rocket. Let's see how these are doing. So this is 5 of them. So I need 6 more. There we are. Alright, there. So these are done. How many blue circuits does that leave me with? 89. Alright, that's something. This needs 10 of these. That's right? Alright, that should be right. Five. Yeah, okay. And then, what do I need? I need like 26. Well, there's plenty up here. It looks like I need speed modules more than anything. Alright, there's that. Is my iron not reaching all the way down? Of course not. Alright, and then what do I need? 1,000 steel and the concrete. Alright, these are definitely done. And red circuits are done. I guess it doesn't matter. I probably should be focusing on grabbing the steel and the concrete. And do I have enough inventory space? No, not really. Oh, no, well, yeah, I guess I don't need that much. And then I'm pretty sure I'm going to be waiting on RCUs. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Let's build the rocket. Oops, I put them all in one. Alright, let's place this rocket. I can't really very well until these are done. I can speed module these. And I think I can split it. Oh, it's doing the last one. Okay, that's fine. I don't want to waste resources, especially when I don't have enough of these. I do have enough of these. These are good. Those are definitely good. Let's grab all those beacons. Alright, well I think I can beat 310. You done? Alright, so honestly, I don't think the beacons are going to do much good if I'm waiting on resources. Maybe I want to send the speed modules up. How am I doing here? Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to matter. So, did I already send my speed modules up? Alright, so I'm pretty sure blue circuits is, if not done, close to done. I want to make sure there's still a few more blue circuits going, but is there anything I can do to help this iron? Which one needs iron? These ones need iron. All right. Come on, I want to beat 310. Probably, you're probably right. I figure I can, once I've got close to enough, I can start stealing these guys. And, the speed modules, and then I can start plopping the beacons down. But I need to make sure I've got enough going before I worry about that. I mean, I still have the beacons. I just don't have speed modules for the beacons. I've got speed modules that I can make, that I'm making down here too, so I can use those ones as well. I just don't need speed modules yet. Let's see how these are doing. Got tons of prod modules now all of a sudden. Alright, so I will speed these ones up. It's only... Let's get this going. 44%. Not sure exactly how this happened. Are some of these like wrong? This is blue circuits. This is red. This one's not running. Okay, so it's just speed modules. They're just not. These ones are all running. These ones aren't running. All right, so it grabs speed modules. Okay, these ones are running. Okay, yeah, it's just speed modules. So I think, at the risk of running out of blue circuits, I just want a ton of speed modules going. I still have one red circuit factory. That's hilarious. Come on, I really want to beat 310. I need to at least beat 312. I really want to beat 310. Everything was going really well. For some reason, I ended up short on blues. Like, that shouldn't normally happen. Alright, well. I think I'm largely resigned to my fate right now. I can steal some of the closer ones. Still a decent number. Yeah. I do basically. This is pretty close. There's some. Oh, you mean the exact seed? No. This is the one I prefer. Just my personal preferences. Shouldn't have that large of a bearing on it. Looks like I'm not quite going to beat 310, but I'm going to be close. They're coming in pretty fast, actually, now that the speed modules are coming. Well, some reason I ran out of speed modules. Doesn't actually make any sense. I might have to... I guess it's because this iron didn't make it all the way down the line. That always happens, though. I need to shoot something into space. What's going into space today? We'll shoot a piece of steel. Oh, there's multiplayer runs? I don't know. I don't know anything about that. Maybe? $99? Yeah, there's 310. I mean, it's still a good time. It's just there's still a lot of room for. I'm thinking about it actually. It seems insane. I need like a whole Saturday to do that. Obviously. Thank you. It's still a personal best, but there's a lot of there's a lot that went wrong. And I'm still not 100% sure what all went wrong, and I'd like to know. Alright, so let me... There we go. Oops. I meant to look at the map. There we go. Oh, I should save it, too, because I guess people like the saves. It's at 3:11:01. I'll do it that. 1 minute shy. So, what's funny is that I cut off the blue circuits for a good long while, and I ended up short on